After a couple of years during the pandemic and having to stay inside, it's about that time to celebrate the return of live theater. And what better way to do just that than to welcome the San Francisco Unified School Districts together again. Here to discuss more is teacher and director Keith Carames, along with Rodney Earl Jackson, the co-founder and artistic director of the San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company. Keith, Rodney, thank you both so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay.
Thank you for having us.
So excited to be here.
Of course. I'm excited to talk about live theater returning back to the Bay Area.
So important. So important. These students have been stuck inside for so long, returned to school wearing masks, and now finally we get to rip those masks off and sing. Sing out, Louise.
Sing out a little bit, right? Well, let's talk about Together Again for our viewers who may have never heard of this. Can you tell me a little bit about it and what people can expect?
Sure. Together Again is a celebration of the return to live theater. It's a collection of 15 different songs from musical theater canon, where the students scoured the songbooks, wrote poetry about their experiences during and post-COVID. And now we're putting it on stage in collaboration with the San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company and the Mission Academy of Performing Arts at the Brava Theater Center for Women.
Wonderful. And what does this mean to the San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company?
It's so exciting. You know, I'll say for everybody, I call him Mr. C, Mr. Keith Carames. He was my teacher in high school, and I founded this theater company, which is turning 10 years old next year, SFUSD. And now we're in collaboration. We're in collaboration working with the next generation of the youth artists in San Francisco. So there's a huge, long lineage of artistry and history and purpose behind what we're doing. So I'm so happy he hit me up and we had this platform.
Yes,
and it's like now we're like so many different collaborations. Brava, SFUSD, BADCO, you know, so many folks working to make sure that the kids at San Francisco get the art that they deserve.
And that's beautiful, too. You really do need those partnerships where people believe in the same mission, have that same mindset. And why is it important to partner with so many different people for this performance?
Well, I mean, who wants to work alone?
That's true. That's right. Not me.
Not me. And the theater is one of the most collaborative endeavors you can embark upon. One thing that's really unique about this production is that we've reached out to local Bay Area adult talent, adult performers who are collaborating with our students on the stage as well. We've got 3 powerhouse singers joining our students, but serving as backup ensemble singers to lift our students up and then mentor them in the spirit of Ruth Asawa at Black Mountain College to say, yes, we are going to work side by side, creating with each other. And that's what makes it so special. So the San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company really helped us get that talent and help get them on the stage.
Yeah, and they have to get on the stage because we all need to come back to the theater.
That's true.
Everyone in the Bay Area, everyone in the world during the pandemic, we were all searching for our artistic purpose, an outlet to make us feel whole again. Theater is something that's unlike anything in the world.
I agree.
It's live energy, it's essence of truth. You know, someone breathing in front of you, you can't get that from Netflix, but when you're in the theater, there's something honest that happens.
It's honest, and it helps students find their voice.
Yes.
Lift up the voices for these kids.
Well, speaking of students, you mentioned that you were at one point his student. So this collaboration in and of itself is so unique and beautiful.
It started almost 20 years ago back at Ruth Asawa San Francisco School of the Arts. And then I was summoned to James Lick Middle School to help build and develop the theater program, and I could not be prouder. We have partnered with so many organizations in the Bay Area, from the San Francisco Opera, the San Francisco Opera Guild, the Pacific Singers and Actors Workshop. Anybody who's out there who wants to partner with us at James Lick Middle School, you should get in touch with me at James Lick Middle School.
I think what's so beautiful about this is that kids need to know that there are outlets for them. I'm an example of that. I went to public elementary, middle, and high school. I had leaders like Mr. C, Keith Carames, who told me I could follow my Broadway dreams. Went off to Carnegie Mellon University, went off to be on 3 Broadway shows, came back to produce my own theater company, and now we have this community investment for the next generation of artists. And I'm just like thrilled that it's all happening.
To give back,
We're blessed.
back full circle.
So
yes, we are blessed. That's amazing. I just love seeing the connection between the two of you. You can really feel it. And what is that for you as his mentor, former teacher, to see him doing big things?
Well, I got to tell you, My dear friend Susan Stoddard, the former artistic director for the district, always reminds me, this is getting paid. Teachers don't make a lot of money. We really don't.
That's true.
We're fighting for a wage increase right now. But having students like Rodney, like the folks at San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company come back and say, yes, we want to continue working with you and serving the next generation of students, who could ask for anything more? This is getting paid.
So beautiful. That's a plus, right?
Yes.
We're just excited to announce that there's 3 shows this weekend. There's a performance on Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Wonderful.
There's a show at 2 o'clock matinee. And also
Saturday.
at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Both the matinee and the evening are on Saturday. Friday is 7 o'clock. And just so you know, no one will be turned away for lack of funds.
No.
We want this to be an
that's
equitable experience right in the heart of the mission, serving all of our students. We just want to make sure that everybody can come to the theater to check this out.
Well, why is that a critical part to this, to make sure that it's very inclusive and everybody can experience this?
Well, it's time to activate and charge that spark that's inside of us. Sometimes it's dormant. Sometimes we feel alone and like we need that extra access to get us to the next level. You know, we see kids on their phones or like a little isolated. The theater is a special little, we call it medicine.
Special little place.
We call it medicine, right? And you were saying like there's like psychological, you know, like sensors that the theater can provide that other art forms or other outlets don't provide necessarily. The theater is special, and it's important for us to really, really invest in it, resource-wise and people-wise. We're gonna invest in that next generation, because if we don't, then they won't have that. We're gonna, you know, unfortunately be searching for it over and over and over again. So let's start now.
I love that.
It's a medicine for the
message.
democracy, isn't it?
Really
It's going to help us heal from this traumatic time and allowing students a vehicle to express what it took to be resilient, what it took to rebound, what it took to resurrect their own selves and rediscover something new, and to come together and write this and collaborate. We've got a terrific music director, John Gallo. We're working with the students over at the Mission Academy of Performing Arts. So they're studying technical theater. And so they're designing the sets and the lights and the sound. So this is a real community theater event that we want people to come and check out.
We're spent, so y'all all better come out into the theater. We've been putting in a lot of work.
I know, I can feel it too, and I can feel the passion too.
But we're excited to share it.
So excited.
Well, we are so excited too that you came on the show and you were sharing all the wonderful details. So thank you both so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, yes.